this gym was formerly known as Bushido MMA, and it used to be in the building behind this one. It was there for about 8 or 9 years. Then we moved to a small gym because the owner was moving away. He then moved away and I took over this gym. It started getting really busy, so we moved it back to this facility. And here we are today. Well, I'm a little bit biased, so I've got to say Jiu-Jitsu is the busiest class. Probably the most, I don't know, it's actually quite a 50-50 split. The Muay Thai is pretty busy. We've got a new MMA coach, Coach Max, and to be fair, it's really picking up. We've always had the MMA classes pretty late on because Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai was so popular, and there's only so many set hours that are really popular. But what we've done now, we've kind of halved the mat space and we've put one of the MMA classes on earlier, and to be fair, it just shows you that the 1/2-6 time slot is really popular because it's rammed. My black belt is under Ramiro Jacare Canavanti. I got my black belt in Atlanta in 2016, August 2016, because I actually started my journey in MMA, and I then went to university, and I kept saying I want to do Jiu-Jitsu. I kept seeing people on the mats in the gis, and I thought I really want to give Jiu-Jitsu a go. And I was always into like sort of messing around on the ground. I've got 2 brothers and they were always bigger than me, always beating me up. My oldest brother used to triangle me all the time anytime we were like wrestling. So when I went to uni, I thought, right, I'm going to join a Jiu-Jitsu gym. But again, I didn't really have the great knowledge. There wasn't a lot of Jiu-Jitsu gyms around, and I got to Sheffield, that's where I went to university, and I just found a gym that said they were doing Jiu-Jitsu. It turned out it was just submissions. They were advertising Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it was just a classic Jiu-Jitsu guy just teaching submission holds. And started working the doors, and one of the doormen said that he went to a proper Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place. He was like, come, I'll take you with me. It was in Doncaster. So he took me there, and it was Neil Owen teaching. He was a brown belt at the time, and just blew my mind. I mean, every single person on the mat just whooped my butt, and that was it. As soon as I got back to Sheffield, I thought, right, I'm doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Grapplefest
against Chris Walsh. How are you feeling? How's the training gone for this one?
Yeah, no, the training is going great. I had an opponent pull out due to his own issues. I don't know what's gone on there. And yeah, I think I had another name put at me, but it was a little bit heavier. And then the name Chris Walsh came up. I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about him, so I'm not going to look into it. I'm just going to go do my best. I just like to put a show on. I like to go full steam, just make a wonderful match if I can. There's a lot of guys in here, and I think the thing that makes them good is they put the extra time in on the mat. And I think when I trained with Lee back in the day, what I noticed, the guys that were coming in an hour before, an hour after, they were the ones you had to watch on the mat. And we had a handful of guys that, like, it was crazy. The classes would, even though the classes were at a certain time, it would almost be like we had a class before the class, and we were almost knackered for the class because we'd done an hour's drilling. And I feel like in the classes I can show you so much, but what I show might not necessarily be what you like. And Dylan, for example, he loves the low down pressure passing, and that's not my style. I'm more of a stand-up distance passer. And yeah, credit to them guys. They come in early mornings, they train their butt off. It's freezing cold in here in the morning, so credit to them for coming in and training hard.
A lot of people might not know, but talk to me about subguards. One of the oldest kind of, seems like one of the oldest brands in the UK. Like, it's been around a while, right?
Yes, I used to work for a company called Mazaru. I don't know if you remember it. And I think they had big plans when they first started, and I didn't know anything. I went into the job pretty much blind, and I was in another job that I was very, very unhappy with. I didn't get along with the boss very well, so they gave me a job at Mazaru, and I ended up doing everything. It wasn't what they told me it was going to be. I was meant to just be a designer, but I ended up doing everything, and there was a lot of problems in the background which were nothing to do with me. I didn't have any control over anything, and in the end I left. I've got a degree in design engineering, so I just went and became a design engineer for a chimney and flue company, and from there I was still getting emails about making the kit, and obviously I had really good knowledge of making the kit, so I just decided to go it alone. And I started I wouldn't say a brand, I just made my own logo one day, and obviously I called it Subguards. And the sort of thought process behind that was obviously guards, jiu-jitsu, you play a lot of guards, sub, but the sub also stood for sublimation, which is the process of making a rash guard. And it was just a catchy name at the time, and I kind of went with it, and here it is now. We're, what, nearly nine years on, and I sell rash guards all over the world. So yeah, but we've just launched a new 3D tool, so if you go on the website you can actually change the colours of a rash guard and actually spin it around with the mouse yourself. You can add your name on the back, and we're going to develop that further so you can actually drag and drop logos on. It'll probably be the first of its kind in the jiu-jitsu market, so there's only 3 products on there at the minute that you can actually chop and change. But yeah, we're going to really develop that. We're going to do shorts, so we are going to tap into that, the single market, because you're getting a lot of guys now, they're competing on competitions, they want their names on the back, they want the logos, gyms, but we want to offer a whole range of designs that you can customise yourself. Now the gym's an open book, anybody's allowed in, yeah, as long as they're friendly. There's no egos in here, as long as you come in. And to be fair, everyone's pretty welcoming in my gym, so they usually make everyone feel welcome anyway. But yeah, we do get a lot of people come through the door just for one-offs, whether it's MMA, BJJ, no-gi. Yeah, we do an open mat on a Friday, we get loads of different gyms come in for a roll, so yeah, you're more than welcome.